Om, Om, Om. Ananta Sansara Samudratara Naukayitabhyam Guru Bhaktidabhyam Vairagya Samrajyada Pujanabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. You know, the story of Baba Bulesha is surfacing on my mind. So that is the will of Swami. I had watched a Punjabi documentary, so I just could understand a few things. But the bhav in that story was just so beautiful. It touched my heart so much. And even though I don't understand the whole documentary, I keep watching it because I love it. So it's about Baba Bulesha and his murshid, his guru. I think his was Inayat Khan. Shah Inayat, that was his name, I think. So Baba Bulesha is with his guru, and then something happens, and the other guru disciples, other disciples are jealous of Baba Bulesha, and they cook up a story against him, and they go and tell the guru that something happens, and the guru gets very angry at Baba Bulesha, and he has to leave the monastery, if that's what's called. And then he's trying so hard. He tries so many times to explain his side of story and to just tell him that please forgive me, but somehow it doesn't happen. So then Baba Bulesha, he doesn't just quit the guru and says, you know what, you go to hell, I'm going somewhere else. He is so much in love with his guru, because the guru is your own self. So easy to fall in love with your guru. He's so much in love with the guru that he says, no matter what, I have to, I have to somehow win him back. And then he knows that his guru is really fond of music and dance. He's really fond of music. So then he goes and trains with prostitute for almost a year. And he learns from the prostitute how to dance, how to sing. I mean, look at the extent of love. This is a full-grown man, but he is like, no matter what, I have to win my guru back. He cannot be angry with me. He cannot be upset with me. So here is a full-grown man staying with a prostitute for a year. Why? Just to learn music and dance. So he learns how to sing and how to dance. And then after, mastering these two skills, in front of their monastery or the place where the guru and the other disciples live, he chooses a place in front of that, and he wears women's clothing. He is dressed up as a woman and a big dupatta over him, so he hides his face, but he's dressed up like a woman, and he dances there and he sings. Every time I see it, I cannot stop my tears. It's so beautiful how this full-grown man dressed up as a woman has learned singing and dancing for his murshid. And that's how he wrote that kalam, Tere Ishq Nachaya. Tere Ishq Nachaya, Tere Ishq Nachaya, Tere Ishq Nachaya, Karke Thaya Thaya, Chitiya Nive. He says, oh Guru, don't take so long. Come now, I have learned for you This dancing, your love has made me dance. Your love has made me sing. Now don't wait even for a second. If you wait, I'll leave my. I have nothing more I can do. For you, I have learned dancing and singing, and here I am. Cheti Vivek. Jaldi. Come soon. Oh, Kamil Murshid, oh, Kamil Murshid. You are the most capable one. Oh, my Guru, you're the most capable one. Don't take a moment now. Just come. And Abida Parveen, who has really done such a great rendition of this. And it comes with subtitles. That's the best part because I don't understand the language. But for my Guru's love, I have even picked up a little bit of Punjabi here and there. So that's Baba Bulisha and his love for his Guru. This is not a woman to man love or a man to man love. This is the love of a child. Because as a disciple, you're a child of the Guru. Because that vatsalya that you get from your Guru is addicting. You don't get it anywhere, that unconditional love, unconditional support. So definitely take some time and I'll try to find that documentary and send it. It's so beautiful, just so beautiful. So today, I have this Sufi poem by Hazrat Zaheen Shah Taji. And step by step, he talks about divine love. Step by step, he takes the reader through his poetry into the depths of divine love. He starts off, and it's beautiful because only someone who has gone into the depths of divine love can write like this. How you start off and where you end up. What are the stages? The whole thing is described so beautifully in this poem. It's called Ji Chahe. So he starts off saying, Ji chahe to shisha ban ja, ji chahe paimana ban ja. Shisha is that bottle of wine. Paimana is like that peg measure. Okay? And for those of you who don't drink, unlike me, peg measure, you use it to measure the amount of alcohol you want to put in your drink. So, ji chahe to shisha ban ja, ji chahe paimana ban ja. If you, in divine love, it depends on you. It's totally dependent on you how much and what you want to become. So he's saying you could become the bottle of wine, which means you could become the very source of intoxication, which is the bottle of wine filled with wine. You could become that and hold intoxication within you, that divine intoxication within you. Or you could just be that peg measure that measures how much divine love do I want in my inside. We talk about intense love for God, or intense love for the Divine Mother, or intense love for your Guru, or intense love for Sri Hari. It doesn't matter the form. We're talking about this state of intense love. The mind says, Rumi says, the mind says, be calculated, don't go too far, you'll drown yourself, be careful, be careful. The heart says, let me just drown. So here, the poet is saying, you could either become the bottle that carries the divine intoxication. You could become that bottle. Or you could become the peg measure and very carefully, just this much is enough. I don't want to go too much crazy into this. Just this much is enough. Ji chahe paimana ban ja. And then he says, Shisha paimana kya banna, main ban ja, main khana ban ja. And then he says, you see, these are all different personalities. Someone just wants to become a vessel of divine love, someone wants to do it in a very calculative, measured way. He's saying, forget about becoming a bottle full of wine. Forget about becoming the peg measure. You become the wine. Why hold the wine in that small bottle? You become the damn wine. मैं बन जा, मैं खाना बन जा. You become the bar itself, where it holds all the wine, all the intoxication. You become that. Then he says, मैं बनकर, मैं खाना बनकर, मस्ती का अफसाना बन जा. Once you become that wine of divine intoxication, once you become the very abode of divine intoxication, masti ka afsana ban ja. Let your life become a story. Let your life become a story of a tale of love. Nothing but a tale of love. And then he says, masti ka afsana bankar, hasti se begana ban ja. Then he says, when your life becomes nothing but a tale of love, when you have become the wine yourself, and your life, your entire life has become nothing but a tale of love, hasti se begana ban ja. Then this personality of yours, oh, I like this, I don't like this, I think this is right, this is wrong, this is moral, immoral, this shouldn't be done this way, these people shouldn't behave this way. All of that you'll just forget, because at that point, hasti se begana ban ja. You will forget your own personality because you've become a tale of love. हस्ती से बेगाना होना, मस्ती का अफसाना बनना. So he's saying, losing your personality, losing what you call as I, me, myself, that is hasti. Losing your own I, me, myself, the personality, or becoming a tale of love. And then he says, इस होने से, इस बनने से अच्छा है दीवाना बन जा. He's saying you're still somebody. You're saying I'm a tale of love, or you're saying I have forgotten my personality. He's saying you're still someone. इस होने से, उस बनने से. Instead of becoming this, or instead of becoming that, because we're still someone, right? We're saying, oh, I have become the wine. Oh, I have become a tale of love. I have forgotten my personality. But remember, the I is still there. So he's saying, इस होने से, इस बनने से अच्छा है दीवाना बन जा. Instead of becoming this, that, and the other, just become crazy. Just become totally crazy. Don't even sit and say, now I have become a tale of love. Now my life is a tale of love. Now I am full of wine. Now, forget all this. He's saying, forget all this. Just become crazy. Then he goes on to say, दीवाना बन जाने से दीवाना होना अच्छा है. Such subtle play of words, but such deep meaning. He's saying, दीवाना बन जाने से अच्छा दीवाना होना है. Which means instead of becoming and doing, instead of trying to do things to become crazy, he's saying, become crazy. Which means no amount of doing can affect the state of your being. The state of being is independent of the state of doing. From the state of being happens the doing. The doing does not lead to being. And we discussed this in detail in Depression to Devotion series. So he said, दीवाना बन जाने से दीवाना होना अच्छा है. Because instead of becoming crazy, just be crazy. There's a difference. दीवाना होने से अच्छा खा के दरे जाना ना बन जा. He's saying, and even instead of becoming crazy, become a nobody. Kha ke dare janana, become dust at the door of the beloved. Because even as a crazy, you're somebody. Because now you're going around saying, I have become crazy. I am crazy. So he's saying, even leave that little bit of I that you hold. Forget the I and just become a nobody. Just like the dust at the door of the beloved's home. And then he says, खा के दरे जाना क्या है अहले दिल की आंख का सुरमा. He's saying, becoming nobody. Do you know what that means? It means you become the very kajal in the eyes of your beloved. So here you see, he's so beautifully taking us through this journey of divine love. From somebody, he's saying, become a nobody. But remember, becoming a nobody is not just, you're just nobody. You become the very kajal that your beloved wears. शमा के दिल की ठंडक बन जा, नूर दिले परवाना बन जा. You see, the candlelight has heat. Of course, if you touch it, it's hot. But there is some soothing power which attracts the moth. So there is this burning desire to be with the flame in the moth's heart, because the moth senses that coolness, that soothing, loving feeling in the flame. So the poet is saying, become that coolness that exists in the flame, or become the burning desire that exists in the moth to burn itself. And at the end he says, सीख ज़हीन के दिल से जलना, काहे को हर शम्मा पर जलना. He's saying, if you really want to learn how to burn for divine love, how to burn in divine love, learn from my heart. He's saying, why burn for every little flame here and there? Why look for a flame outside and jump into it? अपनी आग में खुद जल जाना, तू ऐसा परवाना बन जा. You see, a moth looks for an outside flame. He says, where is the flame? Let me go find it and let me go jump in it. But here, Zaheen is saying, why? You want to learn how to burn in love, learn from my heart. I don't look for any outside flame here and there. अपनी आग में खुद जल जाना, which means you light that fire within you. That burning desire to experience divine love. Let that fire burn your false self completely. Let that fire consume you completely. अपनी आग में खुद जल जाए, तू ऐसा परवाना बन जा. Become that moth that just lights itself on fire. And what kind of fire? The fire of divine love. You see, a devotee lives in two states. One is a pain of separation and moments of union. Depending upon where we are, we have either equal amounts of both, or very few amounts of union and a lot of separation, or very few amounts of separation and a lot of union. But the gopis say the pain of separation is so sweet, maybe sweeter than the moments of union. Because moments of union are yoga, and viraha, which is pain of separation, is vishishta yoga. So although going about doing their daily work, taking care of their families, their heart would be weeping in that pain of separation from their beloved. And that pain of separation, the gopis say, is madhuradipate akhilam madhuram. All day they are singing the glories of their madhur, their beloved. And they are thinking about the lips and they're saying, your lips, madhuradipate akhilam madhuram, adharam madhuram. Then he says, vachanam madhuram, your speech, so sweet. Your lips, so sweet. Your eyes, so sweet. Oh Lord of sweetness, everything about you is so sweet. So this poet here is explaining how logic and mind initially don't let you become a nobody. They say, hold on to your personality, hold on to your likes and dislikes. And I was looking at this website where I got the lyrics, and this is a little quote by Ajahn Chah, a Buddhist teacher. He says, "Do not try to become anything. Do not make yourself into anything. Do not be a meditator. Do not become enlightened. When you sit, let it be. When you walk, let it be. Grasp at nothing. Resist nothing." That's flowing in divine love. Because you are so engrossed in loving your beloved, you have forgotten who you are, what labels you have assigned yourself. So instead of becoming this, becoming that, becoming wine, becoming peg measure, becoming the bar itself, you become crazy. But remember, you're still somebody. Now you're labeling yourself, I've become crazy in love. The goal is to become a nobody. A nobody will not have thoughts related to I. If a certain thought is bothering you, there is an I and there is a label. If you think you're not doing enough sadhana and you are upset, oh my God, what else should I do? What else should I do? Then know that the I and the fill in the blank, the fill in the blank is I, the seeker, has these thoughts. If you have thoughts related to your spouse, then I and fill in the blanks, I, the spouse. And then you can say, I'm not doing this, or I'm not getting this, or he should be doing this, she should be doing that, all those. If you have thoughts bothering you about your profession, then I, fill in the blank, the architect, the engineer, the dentist, the doctor, the student, whatever, and those thoughts. To be a nobody is to just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever needs to be done, you just do it. There's nothing to label, there's nothing to think. You just keep doing what you're doing and let it be. You just flow. Because the only thing that bothers us at any moment is I, you fill in the blank, and then blah, 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 which is all a bunch of lies. Because the I can never be labeled. If the I is labeled, then it becomes a magnet that attracts misery. Only love, I don't want to say only love, but intense love has the power to make you a nobody in the shortest cut. We all want shortcuts, right? Give me the shortest cut. The shortest cut is to cut the ego, which is by becoming a nobody. Every time you're upset, you're anxious, ask, what is the fill in the blanks filled with? What have I filled it with? I, the seeker? All right, now comes the seeker related issues. What should I be doing? Maybe I should meditate. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. If you think you need to do it, just do it. But if filling the blank is creating burden, is creating heavy thoughts, then you have been trapped by the label. If out of joy you wake up and you connect with your Isht, that's meditation. If you're connected all day, if you are aware all day, not to fill that blanks in with anything, you're connected all the time. And that's what we discussed in Tripura Rahasya yesterday, Savikalpa Samadhi, wherein you're doing everything, you're engaged in the world of names and forms, yet you just refuse to fill in the blanks. You're just in love and you're doing it. So definitely go through this beautiful poem, Ji Chahe To, that's how it starts. And Abida Parveen has sung it so beautifully, just so beautifully. Experience it and, make it your truth. And remember, the poem also goes in a little flow. He doesn't say initially go put a fire of divine love in yourself and burn yourself. No, he doesn't say that. He takes us very carefully through stages of divine love. And that is Parabhakti. Parabhakti is that progression wherein you're somebody. You have certain ideas, you have certain perspectives, you have certain constructs. You think the world should be like this. You think yourself, I should be like this. This is right behavior. This is wrong behavior. That's what makes you a somebody. The divine love, intense love for God, is so purifying. It's slowly, this hold of somebody starts to lose its grip over you. And then you find yourself a little cuckoo, a little crazy. Nothing bothers you. No one's behavior bothers you. You're just happy because you have found your beloved. You're playing hide and seek with your beloved all day long. There are some moments of union. There are some moments of absolute silence and quietude. There are many moments of separation. And those the moments of separation are equally sweet because they take you in that Gopi bhav. You see, Lord Krishna didn't give them the moments of union forever. To show the world that pain of separation is equally sweet. So those moments of separation that they experienced without Krishna, in his thoughts, talking about the sweetness that he is, talking about how he is the Lord of sweetness, the very abode of sweetness. Madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram. Because we all want to be in bhav all the time. But it is the duty of the ish to not give it all the time. Because the beloved knows that the moments of separation, the periods of separation are sweeter than moments of union. And Swami, I cannot get over the beauty of the words Swami wrote about pain, the period of separation, the moments of union. I'm going to try to get it. If you have it, can you share it, Komal, in the chat? Just so beautiful. Let us chant Madhurashtakam. अखिलं मधुरम् अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम् मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरं गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सूक्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् करणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् गुञ्जामु मधुरा माला मधुरं यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम् गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरं दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरं मधुरं मधुरम् अखिलं मधुरम्. Mother is smiling molar to molar. So this was Madhurashtaki. So this is what Swami says. Each moment is an eternity in separation. And even an eternity is but just a moment in love. Each moment is an eternity in separation. And even an eternity is but a moment in love. Just someone who is nothing but love can write something like this. Madhuradhipaterakhilam madhuram. Any requests? Anything we can do? We have 15 more minutes. Or if anyone else wants to share how, we would love to hear it. Share your love. Share your moments of love with us. Because remember what Swami says in one of the Bhakti Pravachans. He says, Sura Sure Sab Mile, Ghayal Mili Na Koi. Ghayal Ko Ghayal Mile, Rama Bhakti Dridha Hai. We're not here to do any intellectual, huge discussions. If you have moments of love that you want to share, please do so. No esoteric meanings, none of that. Why does at times he disappears at times? You see the entire his glories with Radharani and with the Gopis. Because if you see Radharani, she is the Prem Bhav of Paramatma. Parama Prema Rupa. The personification of divine love is Radharani. She had no labels, no label on herself. The Gopis, there were no names. They were just called Gopis. Radharani was also a Gopi. And Gopis only knew to love him. The moments they had Krishna, they felt complete. And then Krishna left. And then the rest of their lives, they spent in viraha, in pain of separation. To show the world, to teach the world the main concept of divine love, which is separation. If you can shed tears in that separation, you're closer than union. Because the Gopis were either in separation or with Krishna. So even when we are in divine love, the separation, the periods of separation are always longer. The moments of union are far and few. But when we have those moments of union, it feels like eternity. It feels like we are past the confines of time. But when we are in that separation, the time feels like it's dragging itself. And that's the beauty of it. So it is just all the gopis could do is love and sweet remembrance, which is smaran, sweet remembrance of the beloved. That's it. That is the highest communion. That is the highest union. The problem comes when we label what we feel. Don't label. The gopis never did. They just experienced what they were experiencing. Those moments of separation, so be it. If they felt like crying, they cried. Sometimes they felt like dancing, they danced. Sometimes they would get together and talk about glories of Lord Krishna. They did. They never labeled their feelings. All they knew was love. Sometimes gopis would enact Krishna. One of the gopis would become Krishna, and the others, and then that gopi would start troubling the other gopis. They would enact Krishna. Sometimes they would sit and laugh at all his, all his leelas. Sometimes they would relive those moments by actually doing those things. That's all they did. And that's the essence of Sura Sure Sab Mile, Ghayal Mile Nuko, Ghayal Ko Ghayal Mile, Rama Bhakti Dhruvai. The one who is in that pain of separation. Only such a devotee can provide some solace to another who's dying in that pain of separation. And when they get together, it's not like they have anything to talk except the beloved, except their Isht. Sometimes there is nothing to talk. All you're doing is looking at each other and shedding tears. So don't label what's happening. Let it be. So the question is, a lot of people are talking about Swamiji in their dreams. And the other ones are not getting Swamiji in their dreams. Guru's job is not to please us, right? His appearance in the dream is for a purpose that you and I can never understand. Our intellect, my intellect says, oh, I need Swami to come in my dream tonight because this is important for me. That's my intellect. Ananta Koti Brahmanda Janani Divya Vigraha. But Mother, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Janani has to take care of everyone and everything. This feeling of I'm important, come in my dreams, is again a sambal. Guru has a very serious job, and his job is to shatter your ego. The day you feel, I'm damn worthy, he better come in my dreams. Oh man, I'm such a great devotee. I meditate every day, I chant every day. He should come in my dreams. For a year, he won't come in your dreams, so she can shatter your ego. That's the sole objective of a guru, is to shatter your ego. to make you feel a nobody. To do so, he will do whatever he needs to. If you're hoping and hoping and hoping for a dream, he will make sure he doesn't come. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how the guru functions. If you're feeling unworthy, I, fill in the blank, is feeling unworthy. Fill it. I, the seeker, feeling unworthy. I, the devotee, feeling unworthy. And then you have to suffer because you have filled the blank. That's all there is to it. You fill the blank, you suffer. You keep the blank empty, you remain blissfully a nobody, like a minion. Nobody. They're just happy, frolicking around. That's it. All these heavy thoughts of I am worthy, I am not worthy, I am guilty, I am not guilty. Arre, 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 arre. It's all.
No, sorry. I could not control this laughter. I had to share. I was listening to Swami's video in the afternoon on the path of devotion. In the end, he says, he's exactly saying this. Yes, I've come in somebody's dream. I have not come in somebody's dream. What sense you make out of it? Did I really come? Did I not come? It's up to you. And then he says, I think Tejas had asked that question. Uh, अब कोई पूछ रहा है स्वामी जी से that are you angry with me because uh, you did not smile at me. He's saying that oh my god, there are 200 people sitting अब यही काम रह गया कि किसी को देख के smile करे या नहीं.
These are all creations of our own. That's why anytime my rule of thumb is if I'm feeling low, I'm telling you, get a beautiful mural on your wall which says self-created misery. It's because I have cooked up something. And just yesterday I had cooked up something. So I fill in the blank, misery. What that fill in the blank is, you decide. And this realization came to me this morning. I was walking. I'm like, it's the I. It assumes a label. Then the label, according to the label, it creates thoughts, jumps into self created misery. And then, why am I, why am I? I'm miserable. I'm miserable. Well, you jumped in yourself. Be miserable. That's a choice. So that's all there is to it. Continuously, either, you have two choices for the mural. One mural could be self-created misery, or you could create another mural that says, shut the F up and listen. That's it. Which means you're telling yourself, just stop with this labeling, this self-created misery. Just stop with it. Just listen to the Guru. Listen to his words. That's all there is to it. But we think we are so important. What we think is so important. What we do is so important. What we hold in ourselves is so important. And we think, Guru, get a darshan of me. If you think about it, why the rat race to be in the front row? Because we want to give our darshan to the Guru. Even in the back row, you can see Swami, right? At the very back, he makes sure people can hear him, people can see him. But why the rat race to be in the front row? So we can give our darshan to Swami. Hey, look at me. Look how important I am. And I've been guilty of this too. No, I have to be in the front. When Swami is leaving, I have to be right there. Why? Swami, look at me. Get my darshan, Swami. Look how important I am. You might be an avatar, but look at me. That's a somebody acting in us. Look what I have done. Look at me. Acknowledge me. I'm so important. That's beautiful, Rohini. Rohini just shared, whenever remotely, even remotely, I feel low or unworthy, I just remind myself who I belong to, Shri Hari and Shri Mata, and all doubts disappear. You cannot go wrong with that. That is beautiful. That's it. I am the child of the Divine Mother. If anyone is worthy, it's me. If anyone is worthy, it's me because I'm the child of my mother. So, so the question is, why does the beloved or the Isht sometimes even disappear from the thoughts of the devotee? That is separation in thoughts too. You see, it's a long process. If you listen to Kaun Si Sadhana Ki Jai, one of Swami's videos, he says there is something called Anushtan and then there is something called Sadhana. In Anushtan, you can do jap, tap, niyam, and all that. True sadhana is breaking with the vrittis of your mind. One of the vritti of the mind is fill in the blank and related thoughts. That's it. That's a vritti. You continuously fill the blank. I, the wife, related thoughts. I, the mother, related thoughts. I, the dentist, related thoughts. Get in the habit of leaving that blank blank. Don't fill it. As a wife, whatever I need to do, I do it. As a mother, whatever I need to do, I do it. What's the need to fill it and then do it? It's a subtle thing. You have to experience it yourself. My realization can only create a mental construct. So drop it and just be open to be aware. What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking I'm not doing enough sadhana. Who is thinking? The disciple in me is thinking. Okay, so I've picked up a label. Related thoughts, drop it. I think my husband doesn't love me enough. He doesn't display his love enough. Okay, fill in the blank. What have I filled it? I, the wife. Related thoughts. Drop it. Have the courage to drop it. That's all it boils down to. Sadhana can only be done by a disciple, and disciple is one who can be disciplined.
I have shared a couple of videos of Swami today in the afternoon in the group, in which he is talking about the progression of bhakti also. He says that, it will begin probably many times with absolutely having no faith. You can hear? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear. We can hear. Not like yesterday. Go ahead.
So he says that it will become, progressively, it will mature from being somebody who just doesn't believe, then somebody who believes so much that it engulfs everything that he does, so much so that even his daily duties will get overladen with it. He may ignore them. That is one stage, and he will just be drowned in love of the divine. Then it is like an upavas, as long as you are in that state. And then there will come a state, अच्छा चलो अब थोड़ा shopping कर लेते हैं, कोई harm नहीं है, because you've stayed in that stage for such a long time. It's like an upavas. You come out, you start relishing the ice cream and the junk stuff also. And then again comes a stage when whatever you do, irrespective of what work you are doing, whether you're cooking, you're in the office, or you're doing any of your mundane activities, or you're actually sitting for your sadhana and puja, everything becomes an offering to the divine. And then he goes on to say, there will be many times where you don't feel the same emotion, and it's the tendency of the mind to get bored, so that's why there are so many ways and means in which um, bhakti as a expression of love can come forth. I've shared these two videos in the afternoon. I don't know if saw it. Whenever you have time, go, you see it. It's in Hindi from Swami, but it's beautiful. I nowadays I hear him while washing utensils. So because I found it so nice and hilarious. I mean, I had big bouts of laughter while doing what I was doing. I have shared it. So this question is very beautifully answered by Swamiji in those two videos.
What is that video called?
One is
Bhakti Miss
the one is called the Path of uh,
Devotion. Okay.
Devotion. It is in Hindi, and the other one is Samarpan, the essence of surrender. That also is in Hindi.
Okay, I'll watch it.
So he's saying in that also he's saying Samarpan is not some kind of you know business deal with the divine or with your guru that look, if everything goes fine and well in my life, I'm under your umbrella and I'm taken care of, and if it doesn't, it is more like, jis vidhi rakhe uski di rahiye. It is his divine will, because he knows better than what I know is good for me. Because he says,
Mm-hmm.
you are asking for an umbrella today saying that it's 30-degree and I'm feeling hot. I know it's going to get 55 or 50-degree tomorrow. I need to keep it reserved for that. You don't know, and you today you're cribbing that, what. So it's like what I don't get in my it's like बच्चा जिद करता है, वो भी चाहिए चाहिए, फैल गए और मचल गए, नहीं, I'm not getting it and you're not a good parent, this that and all. We do the same thing, being mature adults, so called, not realizing. See, he says very nicely, a parent may or may not do things that are in the welfare of a child, but a guru always will, and the divine always will, because they can see what you have no clue of.
True that. Any other contributions? तू नहीं तो ये बहार क्या बहार है, गुल नहीं खिले कि तेरा इंतजार है, तेरा इंतजार है कि तेरा इंतजार है, दिल तड़प तड़प के कह रहा है आँख जा, तू हमसे आँख ना चुरा, तुझे कसम है भी जा. Okay, if nothing else, we will end the session here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Okay, I will take your leave now.